It was a quiet afternoon, the kind where the world feels soft and predictable, like nothing could go wrong. I was Sergeant Ethan Carter, a police pursuit specialist with Metro PD, riding shotgun in a cruiser with my rookie partner, Officer Ryan Brooks. Ryan was young, barely out of the academy, his eyes wide with the kind of eagerness you only see in someone who hasn't been worn down by the job yet. We were parked at a tricky intersection in the Pinewood district, a spot infamous for red light runners and reckless drivers. I was walking Ryan through advanced situational awareness, pointing out how to read the flow of traffic when my world turned upside down. My personal cell, hooked to the cruiser's Bluetooth, cut through the radio chatter. It was my wife, Lily, 7 months pregnant with our first Kita little girl we'd already named Emma. Lily's voice, usually warm and steady, was a scream, raw and shredded with terror. "Ethan! Oh God, Ethan, help me! The carrot won't stop. The accelerator's stuck. I can't slow down." My heart stopped, the air sucked out of my lungs. Lily, our baby, trapped in a runaway car. Years of training hours on the track, countless high-stress simulations kicked in, but it was like trying to hold back a tidal wave of panic. "Lily, stay with me," I said, my voice calm, almost robotic, a trick of muscle memory. "Where are you?" "Give me cross streets." Ryan froze beside me, his face pale, eyes locked on me as the fear rolled off me in waves. "I just turned off Pine on a Maple," Lily gasped. "I'm heading east toward the bypass." Maple was a quiet, tree-lined road, but fed straight into the I-295 bypass, a high-speed death trap. If she couldn't stop, it was over. "Okay, honey, focus on steering. Keep the wheel steady. Try the emergency brake, pull it gently, but firm. Anything." Her voice cracked. "I'm trying, Ethan. It's not enough." The engine's screaming. I could hear it in the background, a high-pitched wail, mixed with her sobs and the blare of horns from other cars. This wasn't a fluke. This was wrong deliberately, seriously wrong. And one name burned in my mind, Margaret Walsh. Lily and I'd been happy, stupidly happy, counting down the days until Emma arrived. Our nursery was painted a soft lavender, tiny clothes folded in drawers, our nights filled with dreams of the future. We lived in Cedar Grove, a suburb that screamed safe, the kind of place you raise a family. But even Eden has snakes, and ours was Margaret Walsh, the HOA queen. Late 50s, silver hair, sculpted to perfection, cashmere sweaters, and a smile that hid a will of steel. She controlled everything: mailbox colors, lawn heights, even the angle of your car in your own driveway. My job, with its odd hours and the occasional cruiser parked at home, was a thorn in her side. Lily's pregnancy? That was a full-blown offense to her perfect little kingdom. At first, Margaret was all charm. She brought over a welcome basket homemade scones. A bottle of Pinot Grigio offered Lily tips on doctors and preschools. Lily, sweet as ever, was won over. Me? I'd seen too much on the force to trust that kind of intensity. The trouble started small. Lily, struggling with pregnancy aches, swapped her compact car for a safer SUV. Perfectly parked in our driveway, it triggered Margaret's wrath. A crisp HOA violation notice appeared, citing some nonsense about oversized vehicles disrupting the street's aesthetic harmony. It demanded we hide the SUV or face fines. It was petty, targeted, and meant to bully. Lily was crushed, feeling singled out. I told her to ignore it, thinking Margaret would back off. I was dead wrong. The harassment crept up like a slow poison. Anonymous notes appeared on Lily's windshield. Some cars are accidents waiting to happen. Bad choices, bad luck. Her tires were deflated, not slashed. 2 OBVYS, but slowly, 3 times in a week. Lily, already vulnerable, grew scared to drive, scared to leave the house. We installed a security camera, but Margaret, if it was her, was clever, always just out of frame. Then came the HOA meeting. Margaret, with her fake concern, ranted about irresponsible residents and noise pollution, her eyes drilling into Lily. She proposed bylaws banning kid-related noise after dusk, limiting outdoor toys, even requiring super VY sound for kids under 12. It was a clear shot at us, meant to make us feel like outcasts in our own home. Now, Lily's car was a missile, hurtling toward disaster. Ryan, I barked, my voice sharp as a blade. Radio dispatch, priority 1, code 3. Officer needs assistance possible, vehicular sabotage. Victim's my wife, 7 months pregnant. Dark green Honda CR-V, license plate Lima Whiskey Delta 712, eastbound on Maple, approaching I-295. Accelerator's stuck. I'm lead pursuit. This is a rescue, not a takedown. Primary goal, stop her safely. I want air support and every unit within 5 miles. Ryan, to his credit, was on it, his voice steady as he relayed the call. I slammed the cruiser into gear, tires screeching, sirens blaring, shattering the suburban calm. My mind was a storm tactical plans clashing with raw fear. I trained for this, taught it, but this was Lily, our baby. Lily, talk to me. I yelled into the comms. We VYing through traffic, eyes scanning like a hawk. Which lane? What's ahead? Right lane, she sobbed. Cars everywhere. The bypass ramps coming UPI, can't hit them. The image of her SUV careening into traffic haunted me. Then a memory hit, cold and sickening. Days ago, I checked our security footage. At 3 a.m., a hooded figure, stiff shoulders, deliberate steps had tampered with Lily's car, lingering under the hood with a pen light. The face was hidden, but the walk screamed Margaret. I'd brushed it off as paranoia. Now it screamed murder. Worse, I remembered a chat with old Mr. Conway, a neighbor who'd known Margaret forever. Her late husband, a mechanic who died under murky circumstances, was a wizard with car electronics. Margaret, he'd said, bragged about knowing engines better than most. This wasn't just a Karen. This was a Karen with skills and no conscience. Rumors from her old neighborhood property damage, a shady HOA election. Her sudden exit painted a picture of a woman who'd do anything to win. I spotted Lily's SUV, swerve VYing wildly, cars dodging her. I see you, baby, I said, my voice firm. Don't look back. Steer. We're doing this together. The bypass ramp loomed, a concrete funnel to disaster. All units, I broadcast, I got VY Sewell on the target, me wife, 7 months pregnant, in distress. I'm preparing a rolling roadblock or, last resort, a pit maneuver. Clear the bypass 2 miles, sterile corridor. A pit was suicide with a stuck accelerator and a pregnant driver, but better than a highway pileup. I pulled alongside Lily, matching her speed, engines roaring, tires screaming. Her face was ghostly, tears streaming, hands locked on the wheel. Lily, look at me, I said. Her eyes, wide with terror and trust, met mine. When I say, steer gently toward me. I'll use my cruiser to slow you down. Got it. She nodded barely. Ryan's voice crackled. Traffic's heavy, Ethan. Backup's struggling. No time. A gravel truck blocked the right lane. Obly VYS. Now, Lily, gently. She nudged toward me, and I angled my cruiser, her SUV's front grazing my rear. Metal screamed. Sparks flew. The stench of burning rubber choking the air. It was working. Her speed dropped, agonizingly slow. We hit the bypass, a chaos of sirens and grinding steel. I guided her to the shoulder, our vehicles locked in a mangled embrace, steam hissing. Silence fell, broken by Lily's sobs and my ragged breaths. I tore her door open, pulling her into my arms. You're safe, baby. Emma's safe. Paramedics swarmed, and as they led Lily to an ambulance, her hand gripping mine, I saw Ida's silver BMW, just like Margaret's, pulling away from side street. Her face, lit for a second, held a sickening triumph. Then she waved, a cruel smirk, taunting me. Ryan, I roared. That mwits her. Box her in. Ryan peeled out, another unit joining. Margaret caught, floored it, we VYing recklessly, but it was over fast. Cornered, she stopped. I stalked to her car, fury burning. She rolled down her window, all fake innocence. Sergeant Carter, what's the issue? Quite a mess you've made. Margaret Walsh, I said, voice like ice. You're under arrest for 2 counts of attempted murder, me wife, and unborn child plus assault, reckless endangerment, and vehicular sabotage. Her mask slipped, just a flicker before she scoffed. Murder? Absurd. I was headed to a charity lunch. The lunch you rigged Lily's car to miss, I shot back. Permanently. BVY Denke was a slam dunk. Lily's SUV had a frayed accelerator cable, wedged open, wired to a VYC, overriding safety protocols expert work. Margaret's encrypted searches disable car safety. Remote accelerator rigging and purchases of matching components sealed it. Our camera caught her build, her custom gloves and her trash with wiring traces. Her lunch alibi? A lie the event was days away. Worse, HOA records showed her embezzling funds, planning to flee. Lily's questions about odd expenses had made her target. Lily and Emma were okay, miraculously, though Lily was shaken, plagued by nightmares. Holding Emma's tiny hand months later, watching Lily sleep peacefully, I knew we'd faced EVYL in one. Margaret's trial was a reckoning. Guilty on all counts: attempted homicide, assault, larceny. She got decades, her facade shattered. Cedar Grove, stunned, dissolved the HOA, rebuilding with honesty. The road, once a nightmare, became hope. Agina, future we'd drive together, fiercely protective of our little girl. But that day, SAVYing Lily and Emma, using every skill I had, was worth any risk. Emma's smile, Lily's eyes and hers, was a reminder that love and good can beat even the darkest hearts. So what do you think? Was Margaret just a control freak gone rogue? Or did she plan this from the start? Could Ethan have stopped her sooner? Or was he too trusting? Should HOAs have this much power over our lives? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button, and subscribe for more stories that'll keep you on edge.